Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to Thursday Night Almost Live. And I'm here with my friend, retired Navy Rob. How are you, Rob?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. How y'all doing?
Doing good, doing good. We'd like to thank all of you for being here also tonight. And what we're going to do is take a look at a few notes that sold in the Heritage Spring Obsolete currency sale from last week. So I think it was a good sale overall. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah, I mean, it was a very good seal. There were a lot of nice pieces of currency there. Um,
Yeah, it was 380 lots, which is pretty good size auction. They were all obsoletes. 145 of them were from Massachusetts. So it's kind of heavy on the Massachusetts, but hey, they're all beautiful notes.
oh, yes, they are.
Let me do the share my screen here and we'll get started. Can you see that okay, Rob?
Yes, I can.
All righty. Well, let's just dive right in here to the first note. This is a 50-cent note from Alexandria, Virginia, graded 63 EPQ and sold for $134.
And I'm a sucker for these, basically fractional currency of their time.
Yeah,
Um, I put a bid in on this one. However, someone wanted it more than I did.
yeah. Well, I understand that. I bid on several myself, and that's just the way it goes. But this is a nice piece here. You wonder how this note survived in this condition for so long.
That's always the question with any obsolete. This being a remainder note, it has a little more
Right,
lifespan.
right, right,
This could have been someone at the bank after they stopped printing them, taking it home and, you know, as a souvenir.
right. Yeah, that's true. All right, here's one of those beautiful Massachusetts notes. Uh, as you can see, the John Hancock Bank, you can't miss that bold signature there. This one sold for $1,159.
Yeah, I mean, overall, the prices for currency are steadily going up
Yes,
as more and more people find the hobby.
yes,
Um,
yes.
Now, sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing because you get people that have more money than experience.
Well, this is true.
Eh,
This is
And
true.
they go out there and they make bids and run something up.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, this is a truly beautiful note. And
Beautiful note. It must be pretty rare to bring that price.
yes, sir. I mean, when I saw this one, I knew it was going to go high, so I didn't even waste my time bidding
Yeah,
on it.
yeah, yeah. I just sort of stood on the sidelines myself with this one and watched it. But a really,
Uh,
really nice piece. Here we have a $1.50 note from Troy, New York. It's graded fine 12 and sold for $195.
yeah, this is another one I went after but lost. Um, I love those oddball denominations, like a
Yeah.
dollar 50.
Yes. And I see the date on this is March 1815, too. That's very cool.
Yes.
Very cool. All right. Here's that famous Santa Claus vignette on the White Mountain Bank $2 note from the 1860s. This one graded good 6 and brought $1,220.
Yeah, these Santa Claus notes I've seen go for some incredibly high prices, even
Oh,
at,
yeah.
low grades.
Yeah. They may have sold it by now, but I know a dealer that had one of these. Well, it's probably been a year now, but it graded 15 and they were asking $3,000 for it. So
Oh yeah, it's just insane.
it was certainly pretty to look at. I was glad to see one in person, but little rich for my blood, but a beautiful note. All right, here's a Florida Obsolete Apalachicola $3 bill. This one sold for $280. How about it, Rob?
Oh yeah, I mean, I love the Florida notes. Again, this is one I went after. Um, Someone wanted it more to me, so they got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love, the Florida notes. They're not rare,
Mm-hmm.
but they are sought after, which
I
makes
see.
it even worse.
I see. It's the demand, I guess, then that pushes the price up.
Yes, sir.
One
Because
of the,
people get on them, they hold on to them.
yeah, yeah. I know Rob and I talked about this before we started recording, and this is a good example of a note where, a short time ago, a year or so ago, a note that sold for around 200 bucks, $20 either side of 200 bucks is now bringing closer to three. So I think
Yeah,
that's,
and
go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, and then you get the fact that Heritage bumped their premium up to 22%,
That's true too. Very
which
true.
really multiplies once you get up in them higher prices.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, here's another beautiful Florida note. It's also a $3 note, graded very fine 20 and brought $320.
Just another beautiful note. I love that vignette in the middle of the eagle.
Yes, really pretty. I like that, and I like the dog at the center and the bottom at the bottom too.
Yes.
It's kind of cool. All right, here's a Concord, I'm sorry, Connecticut, Hartford, Connecticut note, graded 25. It's a $10 Phoenix Bank. I picked this note to put in this group because I just love the train on it.
Yeah, I was just about to say, as I always say, boats and trains on notes you can't beat.
Yeah. And I don't know, I'm no expert or anything on this bank, but that seems like a reasonable price for an obsolete, with that kind of vignette and graded 25. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually saw this one. I was thinking about it,
Hmm.
um, but it went way more. I mean, it went way less than I thought it was going to be.
Right.
I thought it'd be a lot more.
Yeah. So, but it's a nice note. I just love these Republic of Texas notes. I think the 20 is one of my favorite designs. This one graded very fine 20 and sold for $463.
And I thought this one would definitely go higher,
Hmm.
even at a 20.
Yeah.
When they canceled these things, they like had a stack of them and they were just taking like a straight razor
Yeah.
and you see so many of them out there that are not complete. And to have all the note there and not falling apart from the cut cancel, I really would have added to the value. But I thought this would have went for like 6 with the gavel and
Hmm.
you know,
Well, I also noticed in this auction, they had about four of these. I don't know if you noticed that in a row. So I don't know if that tempered the price a little bit or not,
that may have.
but a nice note. And I apologize to the group for not showing the back of this note. That's just an oversight on my part. I just realized I didn't show the back, and that has that beautiful Texas star on the back of it. All right, here's a Columbus, Mississippi $50 note. This one is graded about uncirculated 53 and sold for $134.
Yay, and this is the one I picked up.
All right, congratulations.
And I saw it. I loved it with the ship on it. Um, and I said to myself, I don't have a Mississippi note.
Right,
So I added that to my collection for the Mississippi.
so you do now.
Yes. And I was surprised at how low this one actually went on gavel.
Hmm.
Um, I bid well over what the gavel fell at. So it goes to see you can never tell.
Right. It's sort of about who's in the room, I guess. But nice pickup. Congratulations.
No, thank you.
All right, well, this is one that I bid on, but not high enough. This is a pretty rare proof from Charleston, South Carolina, the State Bank. It's been graded choice uncirculated 63 and sold for $561. According to Heritage, there are only two of these notes known, these two of these proofs known. So, to be honest, I'm surprised it didn't sell for more than that. But um, an interesting and unusual piece, not something you see every day.
I love that vignette on the right side.
Oh, yes. Yep. That is cool. Very cool piece. All right. Not too long ago, I did a video about high denomination obsolete, so I thought I would include a couple in this video. This is a $500 remainder note from the Canal Bank of New Orleans. It's about uncirculated 55 and sold for $280.
And this is one I thought would go for more. I
Yeah.
mean, the canal banks, they're nowhere rare.
No,
But I thought for sure this one would go for a lot more, being a 55 and with that vignette right there in the middle.
I love that vignette. Absolutely. I love that. Um, I don't know, and here's the back of this note. I did remember to put the back of this on. I don't know if the fact the paper was toned kept the price low or not, but I agree with you. I thought it would go a little more than this.
No, most definitely. The toning can be an issue. It does at first glance, it looks like it was previously mounted.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
so toned. Um, but I still think it would have went for more than that.
No. Still graded a 55, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Here's a pretty $500 note, Brandon, Mississippi. This is the Mississippi and Alabama Railroad Company. This one graded very fine 25 and sold for $256. And it has a
And
gutter fold, by the way,
I
over.
was just about to say,
Go ahead.
yeah, I was just about to say, I'm surprised it's not mentioned on there about the gutter fold error.
Mhm.
Um, whenever the paper got bunched up when they printed it.
Yep. I like this note.
But
Again, I can't really comment on the price of these. I know the lower denomination notes from this railroad company are fairly easy to find. They're not expensive, but I can't speak to the higher denomination.
no, I really haven't seen too many of these out there for
No,
that railroad company.
no, you don't probably see a whole lot of them. All right, here's one from the same company, only it's $1,000 note, and you can't hardly read it, but basically it's written as it was reissued. So apparently it went through and then was sent out again. So thought that was kind of interesting. Sold for $390.
Yeah, I've never seen reissued ones before. Usually, you see them stamped that they were redeemed or what have you.
Right. A really pretty note.
Oh, yes, it is.
All right. And there were a number of uncut sheets in this auction. So I thought I would include one. This is from the LaPorte and Plymouth Plank Road Company from Indiana. It's an uncut sheet of 4. It's graded about uncirculated 50 and sold for $415. What do you think, Rob?
I think that's a good price. I mean, whole sheets,
Yeah.
excuse me,
Mhm.
whole sheets are not something you see that often to
No,
survive.
no, you don't. And I think they're getting rarer by the day.
Most definitely.
Um,
But I mean, it's just to have the uncut sheet is amazing in itself, and to have one graded.
Yeah. 1, 2, and the 5. Very,
That's
very nice.
incredible.
I'm going to stop sharing now. That's the last one from our group. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see. Stop share. All right. Just going to share one note with you that I did pick up recently. This is from the Bridge Company of Augusta, Georgia. And there's a long story that goes with this. I won't try to go into that now, but this is probably perhaps the oldest note I own. This in 1816. And this was a company that was established, I'll come a little closer here on the vignette, to build a bridge between Georgia and South Carolina. So I thought that was kind of cool. You see the wagon going across the bridge.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
And like I said, kind of a long story with this. This wasn't a company that lasted very long. So, but I'll get into all that in a later video. Well, anything else you'd like to add?
Actually, no, I think we covered it all. I mean, there was a
Yeah,
lot of beautiful notes. Um, I encourage people to go out there, look at the auctions.
absolutely.
Uh, Heritage Great Collections, Stack Bowers, they
And
all got
eBay.
good stuff.
And eBay
And
also.
eBay.
You can find some very nice obsolete notes in all of those places. Um, well, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us tonight, and we always appreciate the support. And Rob, I want to thank you also again for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And please like, subscribe, comment, share, and thanks for stopping by.